Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Today, my group, Aldi, Yusuf, and Reno, we gonna presentation about WAN and LAN. Okay, we gonna go to the theory. First of all, WAN is wide area network. Is a telecommunication network that extend over a large geographic area for the primary purpose of computer networking. Wide area network are often established by licensed telecommunication circuit. Next.
Next is the purpose of one connection. So the purpose of one connection, if one connection doesn't exist, the organization will be isolated to restricted area or specified geographic region. LANs would allow organization to work within their building but grow to outside areas. Either different cities or different countries, it will be not possible without one because the associated infrastructure will be prohibitive for most of the organization. As organization grow and become international, one allow them to communicate between branches, sharing information and stay connected. When employees when employees travel for work, one allows them to access information they need to do their job. Once also help organization to share information within the customer as well as partner organizations such as B2B clients or customer. Next.
Okay. For the WAN protocols, the Internet of or wide area network gained prominence in the recent past due to its ubiquitous nature of facilitating information sharing and business management across the globe. As any kind of activity is governed by a set of rules and standards, so is the functioning of this in- intricate when one structure, one protocol are those protocols or technologies which determine the efficient performance of ones. These have a profound impact on business continuity, a key factor for enterprise. Most one protocols and technologies are layer 2 protocols, data and link layer. So the key one protocols that are in use are asynchronous transfer mode or ATM, broadband access, frame relay, point-to-point protocol, synchronous optical network, synchronous digital hierarchy, X.25, and a few other one protocols. It is important to have a deeper understanding about this concept as they are the links to enhancing application over the internet and thereby power business in the competitive marketplace. The following is a brief outline of some of the more important protocols. Okay, next.
Okay, this is the example of one. The first of all is the best example of wide area network is the internet itself. Other smaller example of one are a network for ATM, a company network with several branch office, geographical distance. A school network is usually using LAN. LAN are often connected to one. For example, a school network should be connected to the internet. One can be connected together using the internet, lizard line, or satellite links. Next.
Advantages of one's eliminate needs to buy email or file servers for each office. Second is the setting up of ones allow you to share sensitive data with all of your sites without having to send the information over the internet. Corporate one often use lease line instead of broadband connection from the backbone of their networks. One can cut costs by eliminating the needs to rent expensive SID circuit for phone calls. In addition to eliminating the for the ISDN, one can help you cut costs and increase profit in a wide area of other variety or of other ways. Next.
Okay, this is disadvantage of one. The first one is WAN networks are much more expensive than home or corporate internets. Then the second is ones that cross international other territorial boundaries fall under differential legal jurisdiction. Disputes can arise between governments over ownership's right and network usage restriction. So the last one is global ones require to use of undersea network cables to communicate across continents. Undersea cables are subject to sabotage and also unusual breaks from ships and weather conditions. Compared to underground line lines, undersea cables tend to take much longer and cost much cost much more to repair. Okay, next.
Okay, this is the second material from our group. We use LAN, or one segment of the communication industry that has grown rapidly since the 1989. Is the local computer network. Local computer network connect equipment that is limited to small geographic area. Most LAN are implemented to transfer data between users on a network or share resources among users. LAN implementation can be equipped with high-speed data transfer capabilities without requiring a system operator to carry out the transmission process. Another reason for implementing LAN is to share hardware and software resources among network users. LAN also allow users to share software and data generated by the software. Next.
So this is the LAN components. There are two main things to consider when planning or installing our LAN, namely the network hardware components and network software. There are three main categories of equipment that make up the hardware components of a local area network. The three main categories are server, LAN communication system, and workstation. Next.
Okay, now to the LAN example. The example of LAN networks such as a computer that are connected to each other at school, companies, internet cafes, or between neighboring houses that still cover the LAN area, like some of the picture below. The first picture is schematic network LAN, and then the second picture is network in computer lab. Next.
So this is the how LAN works. Although it is a local activity, this LAN network can be divided into two types, namely small LAN network and large-scale LAN networks. The first of all is small LAN networks. A LAN network implemented in a small room where there is one server with switch and several client computers. A small LAN network will only be accessible to computer in the room. Large LAN network, in contrast to small LAN network, a large-scale LAN network is usually a combination of several small LAN networks, so that later it will form a large LAN network. An example of a large-scale LAN network is a LAN network in a single-story building. Each level has its own LAN network, which is then combined with the LAN network work on the other floors, using bridge and will then become a large-scale LAN network, computer connectivity network. After knowing an outline of what a LAN network is, then we will discuss the working principle of LAN network. Before studying the networking principle, then we must know. Next.
First, the hardware used to build LAN networks such as server computer, client, hub, switches, and others. The server computer is the main computer that provides all the information needed by the user or client. The client or user computer will retrieve and also access information from the server computer simultaneously. The data packet and also information requested by the client or user computer will be transmitted by the server computer via a network cable or wireless connectivity media. The data or information packet sent by the server will pass through several network hardware such as hubs, switches, and bridges, which will divide the data packets according to the path created. After the data and information packets are split and transmitted, the user or client computer that initially made the request will act as the receiver, which is ready to receive information and packets sent by the server. In the process of transfer and data transmission, an information or data packet will pass through a certain layer or layer to be defined and also transmitted to each network device. Next.
The server's computer and client computers that are connected to each other in a LAN network will use certain network protocols in order to be able to connect and communicate with each other, such as the TCP or IP protocol. LAN can also be used to transmit internet networks either wirelessly or using cables. In principle, only by using an access point or a router that is already connected to the internet network and all computer net connected to the LAN network can access the internet network. After we divide LAN to two types and also know the basic working principle of LAN, then we can conclude how LAN works are. Uh, how the LAN works are is network connects local computer together to share data or information from one room to another room.
LAN network topology. LAN can be implemented with various topologies. The topologies are, first of all, is bus topology. This topology is generally used for computer network that are connected simply so that the computer involved in it can be communicate with each other. Second one is ring topology. Ring topology is one alternative that is also implemented on a computer network. The last one is star topology. The star topology is designed to overcome the problem of communication line density. The operation method is similar to the bus topology operation method. At the center of this topology, there is a hub or switch. Next.
LAN protocol. LAN has various configuration. Regardless of the RAN configuration, each message transmitted and has a destination address. The hardware that makes up the network must be controlled by a protocol so that all workstations on the system can communicate with each other. A protocol consists of a set of rules used by the computers to communicate with each other. It must be used with a LAN hardware or network operating system.
And then this is the transmission media. Transmission media is a medium that connects the senders and receiver of information or data. Because of the long distance, the data is first converted into a code or signal, and the signal will be manipulated in various ways to be converted into the data.
Okay, so this is the example of type of transmission media on LAN. So first of all, this transmission media have a second branch, yeah, that's guided media and unguided media. First, at the guided media have three branches again, twisted pair cable, coaxial cable, and fiber optic cable. And unguided media have three range again. First is radio, microwave, and satellite. That's all of the transmission media online. Next.
So this is the advantages of LAN. Has more security is guaranteed because of the facilities in using local IP network only with a switch than a router. Can use resources together. It's possible to transfer file through server for managing information in and out of it. Use with LAN can make work more efficient and effective. The security data confidentially and investment is guaranteed because the LAN has password management system. And the last one is not much use of a cable.
Okay, and then so this is the disadvantages of LAN. The first is the use of many computer or PCs in LAN network actually makes the internet connection very slow. And then the second is the software use needs to be controlled, and when using multi-user, the software must be designed first. Third, LAN is slow on the modem speed. Fourth, because our computer or PCs are connected in one network or topology, when one of them is infected by virus, the other computers will also have a virus system. And then for the last system network, then the possibility of the password can be penetrated by someone.
Okay. Right now is the problem example slide. First is one question. A computer that acts as a data center is called, the answer is server. Why is a server? Because the server is working like a router Wi-Fi. It's similarity little bit, but server is like a central data that can connect a lot of computer into a single data center. So that's an example. And next.
So the second one question is a computer network whose territory cover between continents or countries is called a type of network of one because as our presentation said that the one is wide area network and it uses cable uh, specifically underwater cable to reach other continents or countries so they can communicate with each other. Next.
So the number three is below is one technology, except the answer is D, server to server dial in and user doing dial out. Why? Because uh, one one or wide area network is a computer network that spans a wide geographical area. Also, it may be limited within national boundaries. Next. Then this is the first question for LAN. The computer network is, so this is, we can see the answer is B. Why B? Because network, a computer network is a system consisting of two or more computers that are connected to each other through transmission media and communication media, so that they can share application data and share computer hardware. Next.
Okay, the second question is about LAN. The picture beside is topology of, this is a topology for a local area network in which all the nodes are connected to a single cable. So in a single cable is connected to a data center. So like example number one in one question is like a router Wi-Fi. So Wi-Fi router is like a single data center that connected a lot of computer into a single data center. Next.
The last question for LAN is the network on the picture is a network of, it's a peer-to-peer because it's only the hardware that communicate with each other, and it's a closed loop. That's it. Yeah.
Okay, that's all about our presentation. Final task system telecommunication about LAN and WAN. So that's all for our group. Thanks for watching and goodbye.